Dan! You're gonna fucking die!
Dan? Oh, was he the random guy that just snuck past Olivia and me?
I was peeing normally and it burned! And my stomach started to hurt. It feels so sore and there's some stuff coming out.
Olivia and I gasp. An STD? That is no bueno.
You know what I always say, always use protection. You have to be careful.
Or maybe he was blessed down south and that's why you're in pain? Olivia and Veronica both give me the thin-eyed emoji look. What? It's a possibility. Sorry, I'll shut up now. To be honest, I shouldn't even judge. So we'll leave the size talk for another day. Anyways, I lost track of who is who by now. At first, we were pretty shocked with her freedom and boys. But then we realized it shouldn't matter. She's still Veronica to us nonetheless. She's a great friend that'll stick up for any of us any day. But that's only with friends. To everyone else, she might as well be Satan, because she will speak her mind and not care about your feelings.
When was the last time you got tested for sexually transmitted diseases? It's nothing to be ashamed of. I even get checked and I've been with the same guy for almost 4 years.
I don't think Veronica even heard Olivia as she was furiously getting dressed, cursing Dan. Was he the guy from this morning? I'm thrown out of my thoughts when I receive a message from Zach.
Hey, can you grab Veronica's foundation from my room and put it back on her desk? I borrowed it again last night. She's going to kill me if she finds out.
That's so typical of Zach. He is so openly gay and happily wears makeup but won't buy his own. I think that's the last thing Veronica is concerned about, though. I message him back. Veronica is on a rampage. She thinks she got something from a guy she slept with last night. We're going to go to the hospital. Aren't you supposed to be on your research trip? One of my pet peeves is sending a message, seeing it being read, and then the person not replying. And Zach always does that. Either way, it's clear we're all going to go to the hospital with Veronica. Olivia is waiting at the door with her car keys in her hand, ready to go. In the hospital's waiting room, Veronica Googles through a list of possible STDs she may have, and it's not looking pretty at all. I mean this figuratively and literally. Those images are just gross, sort of like the word moist.
Oh man, maybe it's HIV. No, could it be herpes? Fuck.
Okay, Veronica, have a seat and take a few breaths. The internet is a dangerous place. I mean, symptoms jump from 0 to 100 real quick. Why don't you just call the guy and ask him if he has something?
All right, Maya. First lesson, guys think their equipment is invincible, so they'll always reply with no. Second, you know I don't ever keep their contact info. They always come running back asking, how are you? When really they're asking, are you free tonight? I save myself the trouble and don't even bother. Plus, I get bored easily.
Even though Veronica is a bit of a wild child, she does no dating. I mean, she slams doors on guys, yet they keep chasing after her like a lost puppy.
Well, well, well. Look at you being all dramatic, as per usual.
Oh, please, God, please. I promise not to sleep with anyone else before marriage, and I'll stop stealing other people's lunches at work.
Better start praying harder, girl, because we both know that probably wasn't from just... What's this one's name? Whatever, but he must have been one of your favorites, judging from last night's... soundtrack?
Zach, how'd you know we were here?
Maya messaged me that Veronica's women parts are finally deteriorating, so I rushed over here to see for myself. I'm not letting this opportunity pass me by.
Zach, don't be a jerk. Besides, you can't say that in here. That older lady just looked over at us, giving us daggers for eyes.
Being Zach, he smiles and waves at her hello. So embarrassing. That guy has no shame, I tell you. No shame at all. Luckily, a nurse calls out Veronica's name to be seen by a doctor. As she walks into the room, all three of us stare, hoping for the best. Well, Olivia and I, at least. Zach has a cheeky smile with 2 thumbs up. Olivia and I turn to Zach.
Aren't you supposed to be on your research trip for class?
Meh, I'll pass the class anyway. And I wanted to be here for Veronica, so I came as soon as I got Maya's message.
Yup, this is so Zach. He likes to tease and make life harder on Veronica. They always do that to one another, but it's always for good fun. It's been 40 minutes, guys. I hope Veronica is okay. She was really scared.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen her this afraid or angry at some guy. That's why I stick to one and done.
But we're not all lucky to find the one like you. I don't know how you do it. It's difficult enough for me trying to even find a date. And here you are doing long distance. Right, Zach? Zach? Olivia and I look over, and he's sitting next to that older lady having a full-on laughing conversation. Some people are just naturally blessed being so extroverted.
What about you, Maya? The last relationship you were in was what, 3 years ago?
Well, I have been on a few dating sites, and... Veronica! You're out!
All good, guys. Stop panicking. It's just a yeast infection. It's no big deal, and actually quite normal for a lot of girls if our estrogen levels are too high or if our birth control pills have too high of a dosage. Doc gave me some medication to clear it all up in a few days.
Oh, we're so happy it wasn't anything major. We were all worried, even Zach.
Zach? Aren't you supposed to be on your trip?
What? Nah. Compared to your holy prayers there, I wouldn't miss seeing you go crazy over a research trip. Plus all those cute guys you bring over and never introduce me to. Selfish. Pure selfishness.
I glance over at Olivia, and we both smile at one another. Zach will always be there for Veronica, and Veronica for him. We'll always be there for each other. We might be able to laugh about it and poke fun at each other, but when it's important, we're there. Through the stress, the tears, the screams, and the fun times, too. We're a crazy bunch who you wouldn't think could be friends, but we are. Like a family, actually. Now that's the real love of my life. The four of us, sticking together. Like we're insoluble.